Now, butterfly fish are a very beautiful, one of the most gorgeous families of fish. They are typically harder to keep than most fish because they're often very finicky eaters. A lot of them don't take introduced food very well. So having an aquarium with lots of live rock for them to pick on and lots of microorganisms established within the live rock is definitely going to help. And they love to be in a busy tank. So if you have a butterfly tank, if you have an aquarium, it's only got a couple of butterflies in it, you find they tend to freak out and they don't eat well and they don't establish very well. If you have a nice busy aquarium like this one with lots of fish in it, they just seem to do so much better. The presence of the other fish just seems to relax them and make them feed better. And they learn from each other too. So they see each other feeding, they see other fish feeding, they're more likely to eat. A lot of them do nip at coral, or will just plain eat coral, so they're rarely found in reef aquariums. Some like the long nose, they're not too bad, you'll often see them in reef aquariums. But and they will eat aptasia as well, which is pretty cool. And most of the time when I've been diving, when I've seen butterfly fish, I've seen them in pairs or groups. So I'm not a big fan of keeping these things on their own. I think they need to be kept in a pair, or even better, in a group. And when you do have a whole lot of butterflies in a tank, as you can see, it looks really, really impressive. And I think that they do better that way as well. Normally at the start you need to be prepared to feed them live brine shrimp till they settle in. Then you can change to frozen shrimp. Then from there you can usually get them onto spectrum pellets or whatever you want. Another way of getting them onto the dry food is you mix it up with the brine shrimp, the frozen, and mash it all together so it all smells the same, and then feed it to them so the smell isn't as foreign. But feeding is the main issue with these guys, fretting and feeding. So if you can create a nice relaxed environment like this with plenty of fish around, and they do best if they've got a background. See how this aquarium's got a background? The see-through aquariums, where they don't feel as safe, I believe they fret a little bit more. But once again, that can be compensated by having more of them. I actually had a friend of mine that just had a bunch of butterflies. What this is demonstrating is that sometimes it's very hard to predict what fish you're going to do. I had a friend of mine that has a massive tank, and his butterfly fish killed his shark. And we're talking about like a 2.5 foot zebra shark and about a 2.5 foot bamboo shark. And the butterflies picked it until they killed it. Just goes to show you that fish do what fish do. And you never know what's going to happen until you try it. Because fish aren't like computer programs where you input this and you're supposed to output that. They are living animals with their own personalities, and at the end of the day they do whatever they want, whenever they want, wherever they want. But if you've got a nice big fish only tank and you want plenty of fish in it, butterflies are really worth the challenge.